Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. You guys, today is another day in the neighborhood. I came on and I was trying to come on early, but then Diesel, he's showing his tail, had me out there in the rain, chasing him down. Man, something else. So I'm breathing a little heavy because of that. And just disturbing. It was very disturbing. But people on Petition was sitting over there laughing. Ooh. Anyway, you guys, I came on in. I am going to head to work early tonight because I'm going to go to my one job, do some training because I signed up for it and I want to get it in so I can be better at my job. I'm the one that requested it. I'm the one that said, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? So I got to take the initiative to come in on my day off and go in there and because I just want to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not working 100%, and this is my hair, you guys. You say my hair. You guys see my hair. This is my hair. So it's just wires. So I try to get a lot of the gray out. I got some of it out. Didn't get it all, but I got some of it out. And took my hair down off the braids, and this is what you get. So you guys see me in the raw every now and then. But this is it. Anywho's, I want to talk about the California City Boys because there was a couple of things I didn't explain to you guys that I had heard. She said, you look like Junior. And I want you guys to understand, okay, because remember I was saying something about, they're saying all these numbers where it's 1 to 1 octazillion and 1 to sexazillion and 1, so many zeros behind. Well, evidently somebody must be listening, because people were like, what is these numbers about? That's what I asked. And guess what? When we got off the live, because I quit the live early, and because I wanted to hear what was going on, they came on and they was like, what is the significance of these numbers that you're saying? I mean, what does they mean? How many zeros is such and such? And the guy was like, well, this one got 16 zeros behind it. That's a such and such. This got 18 zeros behind it. That's a such and such. So when he went all the way up to 20 and 24, 26, 27, which was octazillion, he said, that's 27 zeros behind it. That's what they're meaning. 1 to 27 auxilion, not million, not trillion, gazillion, sexillion, setzillion, but auxilion means 27 zeros behind the number. That's what it means. Now, I'm going to tell you why it is so significant, which I want you guys to know, because I didn't understand it. Is 1 to auxilion that they have not found that baby's DNA, classic and sincere, in that house. Not on the sheet, not on the pillow, not on the comforter, not on the couch, not nowhere in that house. Nowhere in that house. And I was like, oh, so they found the other kids' DNA, and they found Jacqueline's DNA on the toothbrushes, but they ain't found them kids. They ain't found Classic and Sincere's DNA in that house. You guys understand what I'm saying? Yes. So they were never there. Even when one of those kids is like, well, one of them came and it was, and then we didn't see him when we first moved, that could be even a lie. Because he's trying to say whatever their whole scenario ideal of a story was, he probably trying to say what they told him, and now they can't tell him nothing. Then he don't even probably know what to say. But I'm gonna tell you guys this. We're not gonna stay on here long, because like I said, sometimes when you got to work, you just got to do what you got to do. Do I want to do it? No, I don't. But it'd be best for me to do it, because I like to do a little bit. But I tell you what, they didn't come on yesterday, so I thought that we would have some stuff to go over on that part, and they didn't come on, and I waited for them all day. And then they didn't come on today. They will come back on Monday, and they're saying that they're going to they right now, they say the way that it looks, they're going to finish up May the 17th. They're not going to go into June like everybody was thinking, and they said that they say they're moving pretty fast, getting through it. Everybody that they have to come in. And so we're going to wait for all of that to happen. But I tell you what, at first it was looking kind of shady. Like, how is they going to give any evidence when you don't have a body? You don't have the direct or the exact or a specific time. You don't have a cause or reason, and the motivation. I think they're showing the motivation, the motive, not the motive of the reason why these kids is gone. The other kids did not like these kids. I guess when they got what they wanted was a house, and they said, well, we got 2 kids. Because it doesn't make sense to take out the, okay, you got 4 kids and you getting $4,000 a month. But their biological kids didn't like these kids. They didn't want them around. She was mad because one was eating the other one's food. Well, shoot, man, it's like this. This woman, Jackie, because that's what they call her, she didn't really care for these kids. I think that if Trezell showed them any interest, she would get furious. She wanted her kids to be superior. You know what? And I hate to say this because I don't mean it in that way, but they did not need to have them kids. And I do believe they're in a better place. I really do. Wherever they are, they're in a better place. Because that woman being around them, she was going to raise some kids that was going to be, oh my God, they were already abused so much, neglecting the love and the care. You know, like when a kid, scrape his knee, and you grab the baby and you say, you want me to kiss it, and you kiss the knee and you give them a hug, and they crying, and and then you get the hand and you give them a hug. My grandson, he be just hugging me and rocking like, Nana, this hurt. I say, it'd be okay, baby, it'd be okay. And it'd be still hurting, but he knows that, I'm showing him love and affection. I don't think them kids was getting any love, any affection whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's one thing that you need to survive in this world. It's a part of what you need. It's love. Hey, Queen, I see you in the building. And I see Lisa Calhoun, Lisa Taylor. Amari's in the building. Marsha's in the building. How you doing? I see Diane is in the building. What's going on? I see Sanjawa, Soldier Girl, Freddie Johnson, Tina Powers, Lisa. Let me see. Oh, the kids did not like the boys. That hurts my heart even more. Lisa Click. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Clickner. Well, no, the other kids did not like these kids. That's why. That's the motive that they're saying. The kids didn't want them there. And you do know, I don't know, every state has their rules and regulations when you get ready to adopt a kid. And you can ask some questions like, okay, once I do this whole program of trying to adopt and everything, you do the home study, look at my finances, do your KBI, whatever state you in. Here in Kansas, it's called KBI. You can be in Chicago, it's called CBI. You be in Memphis or something, it's called MBI. It's just a database of all the information you ever went to jail. If there's any warrants, federal warrants, if you did go to jail, what you go to jail for, and all this other stuff. If you have any outstanding warrants, tickets, and things of that nature, most people been in trouble here and there, now and then. Ain't little stuff that they were looking for. So, I mean, just because you got a ticket doesn't mean. Hey, Drew Kelly, how you doing? Meaning that you can't adopt a kid. You can adopt a kid, but you just gotta have yourself together when you get ready to adopt a kid. But these people did not need these kids, and we already know that. So I'm not gonna beat a dead horse and just down them, because there's nothing good I could say about Jacqueline and Trezell. There's absolutely nothing I could say good about them. Well, I mean, it's not good news, but for them to keep a straight face, they laughing, smiling, and everything. And you know what? I do believe that they're going to be found guilty. That doesn't mean, you guys, that I think that the kids are gone. I just do believe that they're putting on a good case now that I see. They're coming out with the guns and they're showing, even though they don't have a body, they are really going after these two. I really do believe it, and that's why you have, if you have a lot of well, what the word is, where the information is not directed but is semi-directed, circumstantial. If you have enough circumstantial information and evidence, if you have a lot of it, then yeah, it can happen. And I guess that's what they're doing. Unsubstantial. Thank you, Soldier Girl. She said, no, I'm saying if you have like say for instance, you get ready to go to the store. You get ready to go to the store, and so somebody asks you, well, what did you go in? Okay, just saying you went to the store doesn't mean you tore up the car. But if you say, well, I got there. Well, what time did you get there? Or you won't even answer no question. They have to show proof, because they're not going to get on the stand. If you're waiting for Jacqueline and Trezell to get on that stand, it is not going to happen, Captain. If they got on that stand, it will tear them up. First of all, you're not smart. Second of all, you can't sit there and get all in your face like she did. But, they're going to probably show that part too, where she was like, this is why we didn't want to be out there, and, because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? To the family. Circumstantial evidence. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. We don't know how much evidence Ellie has, Mary says. She trusts in Ellie. Okay. I'm going to YouTube, Lisa Calhoun says. We're buffering really bad. Okay, I'm so sorry, Lisa Calhoun. I'll see you over here on the other side. Oh, there you are. But you know what? They're doing good. And I'm not going to down them. Oh, I will embrace it. Thank you. She said, Grandma. All right, Lori. I see you in the building. She said, I hope they show it. Well, is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to put these people away? What do you guys believe? Tell me if you think you believe that, it's going to be enough evidence to put them away. Now, some people, you got to look at, state don't want, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, these kids show up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that to happen. So they truly do believe that they took these kids out. Because could you just see that these kids show up at a park or, got ran over or whatever? Thank you, Larissa. And come to find out, these are those kids. I don't think they're going to too much worry about later on putting them in jail, because sometimes people land in jail because they done did too much. They could have sold the kids. Yep. Crystal says, I think they have enough to put them away. Doesn't seem like it, cause why are they in the trial sooner than said? Doesn't seem like it. Cause why are they in the trial sooner? They're in the trial sooner because they're going through with the witnesses, and the witnesses is being already redirected on, ask the questions. It ain't a lot of fumbling around. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're asking the questions. People are coming in, they're not coming, like when you have people out of state. This happened back in 2020. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2020 when the kids came up missing, December the 21st. And people move after that. The neighbors across the street moved, the mama moved. People move. They got to come into town. So you got to give them time to get into town. You got to give them time to, some people show up, some people can't show up. You're going to have video of the ones that can't show up. A lot of times people don't show up for court, and you got to, make up another day. You got to have makeup day. And not only that, and this is what Lisa told me. And when she told me this, I understood what she was saying. When they said in June, they wasn't saying that it's going to end in June. They gave themselves enough time, adequate time, that if anything came up, it can go to June. So they're not going to put nothing else on the schedule until this is out the way, instead of going, like we need more time. They're telling you it could have lasted up into June, but more than likely it's not. Diane says, but it's been a few witnesses though. It's been a lot of witnesses. Pretty much every day that they have came on, it's been like 6-7 witnesses. You got people that we hadn't even thought about. So you got Jacqueline's mama, Jacqueline's sister, then you got the neighbors, then you got pest control, then you got Jacqueline's neighbors where she worked, where she lived before. Then you got the West, Wanda West, you got the Daddy West. Okay, that's 11 right there. Then you got all the people that are doing all the work that is more professional work, and they got to explain what they're saying. Sometimes, and I'm going to tell you something, when you're talking to somebody that deals with the numbers and stuff, you cannot make them say something that they ain't said. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to say, well, what you mean by this? So it's a back and forth thing when he's saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, well, isn't it so that you guys are just speculating? Well, we're speculating with the numbers, with the information that is given to us or whatever. Then you got CPS. You got all of those. Usually witnesses is usually like 1 or 2 witnesses a day, and they go on and they ask them a whole bunch of questions. You got to remember though, they have the right. And if you've listened, they always say that, will they have a right to, all right, Lisa Calhoun, she said, will they have the right to call them back in? And they have to ask for that before they get off the stand, because if they don't ask for them to, stay close by, because we have a right to call you back, because they're going to remember what you said. And then when somebody else come up and it doesn't, the rubber doesn't meet the road, what you said before, they're going to be able to come back and say, now hold on there. You said this is what this mean, or you said this is what you saw, and then they come back and then they can show that person's word of whatever they said was not true. Like if I said I wasn't there that day. And matter of fact, before I forget, you got the last thing that they were talking about after we got off the live Wednesday was that Trezell was making a whole bunch of phone calls to Mama West. He was calling her in the middle of the night. This is before the kids came up missing, during the kids came up missing, and after the kids came up missing. He was calling his mama every day, 2 or 3 times a day, every day. You cannot tell me that woman did not know. She knew. She knew. And I don't know, she's a mother and you love your kids and people get mad at her. Don't mean to interrupt. What you say? Corey Bixley wrote a letter to his 4 older children and told them he knows what happened to Cody and where he is. The guards found it and turned it over to the Commonwealth. He knows what happened to Cody and where he is. Why would that put him in the mental hospital? Because remember, that's what the attorney, can't remember her name now, said. If they would have known about that letter before, they would have been done asked for him to go into a psychic hospital. But if he knew where Cody was, and he knows what happened to Cody, the guards found it and turned it over to the Commonwealth. Man, that's crazy. And Woke the God says, like they said, those 2 toothbrushes belong to the boys. Mama West and those kids will close the dead on murder. Mama West and the kids will close the dead on murder. I don't understand what you just said. That's the letter that Amina wants sealed. Well, how did you get the letter? I wonder what the note says. That's what the note said. She just told you what the note said, Mary. I just read you. She can call in real quick. It's 3:30. She can call in and tell us a little bit about it. But we were talking about the California City Boys, but I do want to hear about Cody. It is a Freaky Friday, so it's all good. Thumbs up, liked and shared. Thank you, Phyllis. So, hey, this is SP.
Hey, SP, it's Nancy.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I don't have the letter. I don't have a receipt of the letter. This was told to me when I was in Waynesboro, Virginia, 2 weeks ago, that Corey had wrote the letter to his 4 other children. The guards found it, turned it over to Antoine Bell, stated that he knows where Cody's at and he knows what happened to him. That's the letter, like I said, that Amina wants to have sealed. He's in the mental hospital because he's stating that in the when they were doing the evaluation, he did not know the initials of his 4 younger children because that was what they had. That's what they were asking him. Well, who is CJB? You know, that's who, Cody Jamar Bixby. And then the other initials were for the other 3 children. And so this doctor is stating that he doesn't understand his charges, that he thought he was, why am I being charged for going to Walmart and buying extra groceries? And I know I said that I left the children alone, but that was to buy the groceries. And he cannot communicate with his attorneys. So that's why he is in the mental hospital, so they can try to rebuild his memory. That's what was told to me. So I've been holding this in and holding it in since I got the phone call. Like I say, I don't know how true it is, but that's what I'm gathering. That's what everybody is talking about. here in the 757 worrisome ass place. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to curse.
Well, did they sue you?
Girl, no, that was fake. Amina paid Rhoda to put it on her page. So my attorney went through court dockets over, see if she filed over in Hampton. She ain't filed in Hampton. He checked in D.C. It's not being filed in D.C. He checked in Norfolk. Not in Norfolk, not in Virginia Beach. So those are the only places that it could have been filed. And it's nowhere to be found.
Okay. Well, for right now.
For right now, yeah.
Okay.
So I done made my mind up. When I go to a court hearing in June, she approaches me, don't touch me, and don't try to shove no paperwork in my face because I'm not accepting nothing.
Okay.
I will not accept anything, but it cannot be found nowhere.
Okay.
So I do know that much, that it was that Amina paid Rhoda to put it up there.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Well.
But like I said, that's the latest. That's what I've heard. So.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You are so welcome. So I just wanted to, I wanted to get it out there, what I was talking about exactly. So,
Right. When do they come back up for court?
If I'm not mistaken, SP, it's either the 12th or the 15th. It's on a Friday. I know that.
The 12th or 15th of June?
Yeah, the 12th or the 15th. Yeah, I have to go back and look at the court docket and see because I don't know right offhand because I wasn't there. So I don't know.
All right.
But the closer it gets, I'm going to look and see. So what's going on.
Okay.
And when it is. I know it's going to be, it's always on Friday. So whatever the second weekend in June is, or the second Friday in June, that's when it is.
Right. Okay.
So, but I didn't mean to interrupt. I know you're talking about the boys.
Yeah, but I always like to hear on the cases of what's going on because it be little, but we still need to stay, informed what's going on.
Yeah, I'm still trying, girl. I am really still trying to do things for him, but nobody seems to want to get together and help. Since that big blow up about the GoFundMe thing.
Yeah.
So, everybody's kind of like turned their back on me. So, I don't care. It's not bothering me.
Well, now they didn't really turn their back on you. I tried to tell you was there by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I told you that.
Yeah.
They were just acting like they were, all Cody. They really wasn't. They were wishy-washy wherever, like some of them was going back to school and Amina was going to help them go to school. That's why the one girl was carrying her suitcase and all that. I was like, no, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was people trying to make them a name off of the case, and they were supposed to be good search people. They were finding blankets and stuff and jackets and stuff. So it was just getting to be too much.
Yeah, it was. It was starting to get a little bit out of hand and ridiculous.
So it's good that it's done calm down there. And so no worries. You don't have to have 2, 3, 4 people. If you found one person that you're good. You good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do it right by myself. I don't care.
Right.
If I put out a search party You know, because there is going to be one, you know, after June, after the court hearing, there's going to be another search for Cody. Well, if I got to be the only one out there, then I'm the only one out there searching. I don't care.
Right. Right.
You know, I know where my heart is. The other people that say that their heart was in the same place,
Right.
That ain't happening.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so everybody's forgotten about Cody. Everybody.
Ain't everybody done forgot about Cody. Cody's
no, I mean here.
He's
you know,
right there on my mantle. Every time when I walk in my door, the first thing I see is Cody.
Girl, yes, me too.
And people be like, is that your grandson?
I know, right? Yeah, because I mean, he's right there in my bedroom. As soon as I lay down, there he is.
Yeah.
I see him. So, you know, I mean, I'm going to keep on keeping on. And I told him flat out when I responded to that cease and desist, you think you're going to stop me? You ain't stopping nobody, honey.
Yeah.
Until this baby is found. If I want to go fund me for you, Amina, Muffina, Willard, for a new wig, then that's what I'm going to do for you, honey, because you need to upgrade. I mean, I was that mad.
Yeah.
And then Rhoda wants to delete my post. And then I was like, oh, okay, so she's going to delete my post, but not delete the cease and desist. Well, an hour later, the cease and desist was gone.
It was what?
Gone. She deleted that too.
Yeah, I don't trip on stuff like that.
I mean, I don't either, you know. But when
you know, once you do whatever you need to do, like if someone says get off my property, okay, they gotta first tell you. So once they tell you, if you don't correct it, then they've got a problem. Since you corrected it, they can't do nothing because you got, you know, informed to you know, take it down or stop or whatever. And once you do that, going to court after that is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Going to court after that is nothing.
But that's the thing, SB. I ain't took it down. It's still up.
Right.
You know, that GoFundMe is still up.
Right, but you didn't take the money out either, so it's not like, you know, so hey.
Money's not out. Money's
you got to kind of watch it. That's why I don't never do no GoFundMe's. I tell people, hey, if you want to donate, just donate and call it a good day. We'll do this, we'll do that. But usually, you know, we'll have a little fund already together, so we ain't got to ask for nothing at that particular time, and we can just do what we need to do. Or we have certain people that sponsors us that when we're trying to do something, they'll kick in at that particular time. I'm not going to worry about that other stuff.
Yeah, well, the bench is ordered. The plaque is ordered. And it should be here by the 5th of May. And then what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going over to Hampton, and there's a church right across the street or around the corner from the apartment complex. And I'm going to go speak with the church and see if we can't put the honorary bench there in the church on the church grounds.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I mean, they're not stopping me. I mean, I got my mind and my heart set, and that's what's going to happen.
Right.
So.
But you got to understand too, you know, when people put a child that's missing or deceased or something, and that's the main reason why the GoFundMe will gather money. People don't know what they're going to do with the money. They can have good intentions, and then next thing you know, they got a new car and stuff like that. So with the family saying, hey, we don't want her to do, use the name or something. I get that. I understand. That's why I just don't,
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. If I'm like, putting it out there, oh, this is going to be a memorial bench.
Right.
For Cody.
Right.
It ain't a memorial bench because we do not.
Even though if it's not a memorial bench, people, it's like this, like when people be like, you be in a relationship and they always be like, are you cheating on me? You cheating on me. You have to start looking at, if you're not cheating, you have to start looking at them like, because people think the way that they are, that you're like that,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mhm.
So people that be always like, you cheating on me, you be like, no, you know, but why you keep asking me, am I cheating on you? You must be cheating, because people think that what they do or what they will do is what you're doing.
Correct.
So
And that's not me. I don't have that. I'm not that person. You know, I mean,
well, you ain't got to be that person. They're going to think that of everybody. It wasn't just you. If I done it, they would have thought it was me, because they know if they would have put out a GoFundMe, they would have took the money and done something else, you know. But anyway.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I responded with, you know, I mean, why didn't you guys do this? You know, I mean, why does it take a community member to have to do this? And then you're going to give me all this backlash, you know, about it, you know? And then I changed it up, and I'm like, well, dang, let me just, you know, since they're having a problem with Cody, I'm going to make it for the missing children in Hampton that haven't been found.
Right.
You know, so I did that, and that was still a problem.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, damn, what can I do? What can I do to show that this child means something to someone? You know, I mean, to me. And I don't want his name to be forgotten. This is why I want to do this.
Right.
You know, and they wanted the money. They said they want that money that I collected. Well, you know what? You ain't getting that money that I collected,
no,
because that money's going to go right back to the ones that donated.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm just like, I was like, my mind was
I'm gonna
like,
tell you something that happened over last week, you know, and I think I told everybody about it. I just look at situations like this because that's, you know, usually things happens like that. So there's this girl at work. I got into it with her because she's never working. She's a nurse. And she, you know, so I had to go take care of somebody on her hall. She's screaming and hollering at me in front of my bosses, my DONs, my administrators and stuff. I'm not yelling at her or anything, but it makes her look bad because I've got to go take care of her residents with her staff. Then that happened. She screamed and said, "Hey, SB, stay in your lane." And I was like, I was in my lane. I was on my lunch, you know, and I was just letting people know that this is what happened or whatever. So now she made me look like a real bad name. So there's some meds missing or whatever. So I didn't think too much of it. They keep asking me about these meds. I told them to go check the cameras or whatever. Anyway, this girl went around telling everybody, isn't it funny how Mez is always missing when SP's always working? When always she's working, Mez is always missing or whatever. I did not know she was going around saying that. But I didn't know it. Had I known it, me and her would have went some rounds. But nevertheless, I'm glad I didn't know it. But just, you know, I was calling my boss, asking him something. And I said, I don't want nobody calling me, asking me no question about some meds. Period. Especially on my day off.
Correct.
You got cameras.
Yeah.
Utilize them. And don't call me no more about no meds. Right? Guess what? They went and looked at the cameras. Guess who got the meds? She had the meds.
No.
Okay, she got fired. But do that clear my name of all the people she said when she was the one stealing these meds? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it after people throw your name out there, it's already a done deal. So, but I mean, it makes you look bad, but I tell you what, in the long run, they will get what's deserving to them.
Oh, yes.
You keep doing what you're supposed to do, and that's what I do. I keep going to work. I don't let it upset me. I just go to work, do the best job I can do. I don't say nothing. I don't speak to them. I don't play around. I go in, do my job, I clock out. I don't want to be in their conversation. Nothing. I don't even care. If you couldn't told me what she was saying, don't come talking to me about anything, because If you knew what she said, you should have came and told me.
Yep.
Since you didn't tell me, don't talk to me about anything but work, because that's what I came to do.
Right.
I'm not trying to be nobody's friend.
And that girl.
But that's what happened. Just like like I just told you, the person that's usually doing all that hollering and screaming, that's because that's their thinking. They think everybody is like that, and everybody's not like that.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not.
All right.
If people could actually feel what I feel, they would know. You know, Nancy ain't that person. You know, I mean, this baby, he grabbed me, and when he grabbed me, I just went full force with it. You know, on keeping his name out there and trying to do things in his name, and you know, it's a problem. You know, but Miss Annette can fucking. I'm sorry, Miss Annette. I mean, Miss SP. I ain't mean to curse, but she can go and she can put on a Cody fun day and cookout in Goblin Park, and there ain't no problem. You know, getting donations for that. You know, the family is like all for that. But don't let Nancy do anything.
Well, it's not just Nancy. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not just you, Nancy. It's because it's not just you. It's because you won't dance to the music. You know, they want you to say directive stuff like, "I know that Corey's not guilty of anything," or they want. If you're not doing that, just like whatchamacallit is doing it, talking about, she ain't really talking about the baby. She's talking about how they treating him wrong. So when she start talking about the baby, she just doing lip service, but she ain't including him.
Right. Well, I mean, everything that
anytime anybody is directed saying, "Hey, he was the last one had the kids." Okay, where's the kids at? They don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like him. And the sad thing about it is, when both of them, the wife and the husband, the auntie, the grandma, the sister, whatever she want to call herself, the girlfriend or whatever, both of them being ministers, shame on them both.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on them both.
Yes.
Because you have allegiance with the world when you're supposed to keep the truth no matter what. And they may not know what happened to Cody, but to sit there and act like they don't understand that baby came up missing on his watch, and sitting there acting like they see, people always want to play victim.
Yeah.
They do. They want to play like they the victim. You got to watch them people. You know, they be like, "Oh, you know, they treating him bad." Treating him bad? Where is this baby?
Hello.
Ain't nobody worried about no big grown man.
Right.
They sitting there talking about, he didn't eat. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Where's Cody?
Let me tell you, if they would put enough money on his books for his trifling tail to be able to make his payments like he's supposed to make for being in jail, and put enough up there for him to eat too, then they wouldn't have to take it off his books for him to stay there. Because you ain't staying in jail for free, honey. You want a pet.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that. They're gonna drag it, and they thinking everybody's done forgotten. No, not everybody's done forgot. We're still talking about Cody and everything. We're just waiting on some more information. Ain't no need of us beating a dead horse in the ground. It's just when he goes to court, we gonna light it up. We gonna go right back on to it again.
Oh, and Nancy gonna be first in line.
Yeah.
Because fireworks are gonna go.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the reporters were looking for me on the 31st. The family was looking for me.
Well, they should have.
You know? No. You know, these people are kind of scared because of threats that came out to me, you know, about me attending the court hearing. Okay, so I didn't go on the 31st. You think I'm not going to go to another one? Oh, I'm going. What y'all want to know? Because I will tell you, you want proof that Tangelina Butler is not his sister? I can give you that proof. Because I got that proof.
But it's not about Tangelina being his sister. We already know they ain't being sister brothers. They doing a little kiss and hug and stuff, and we already know they ain't biological sister brother. They just not.
No.
But
and that aunt and uncle is the mother-in-law and father-in-law of Neska Bixby, the grandparents of the 4 older kids. So, you ain't fooling Nancy Strickland.
Yeah.
You know, I did my research, and I'm gonna tell you what, and it's all gonna come out again.
Yeah.
If it gets down and dirty with Matilda. Well, I mean Amina. I didn't mean to call her Matilda, but
yes, you did.
yes, I did. I did, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't need to be calling her out her name.
Right.
I apologize.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I'm getting ready to go into work, so I wanted to give a quick call in to explain what I was talking about.
All righty. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and I will definitely keep you updated.
All righty.
All right, and pray for us this weekend, girl, please, because we got something in the water right here at Virginia Beach. Whew.
All right.
So, we need praise.
All right.
All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I was getting one more phone call right as she was calling in. As she had called in, if that person, I think it was Miss Betty that was calling. Hey, upward, onward. Hey, how you doing? Cynthia, how you doing? Miss Philly G's in the building. Oh, I want to say thank you, Miss Phyllis. Here's your numbers right here. This is Phyllis numbers right here. Phyllis, Judy, here's your numbers right here. Judy, come holler at a sister. Here's your number right here. Soldier Girl, I got 2 for you. Here's your numbers right here. Soldier Girl. There's your numbers right there. Thank you guys for the super chat. You all are in the Christmas giveaway.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, we got come holler at a sister in the building. What's going on?
Good afternoon. Happy Friday to everyone across this wet land that I'm in right now.
Happy.
I want to talk about 2 cases. The one that Miss Nancy just finished talking about.
Okay.
Cody. I want to encourage her to keep on going, but I think where she's running into the roadblock is because you say it's not for Cody, but they know it's for Cody.
Right.
And I do know for certain because I do frequent that area. I am not from that area, so let me be very clear. But I do go down to the Hampton Roads area a lot, and there are a lot of kids missing down in that area. And so I would suggest that the bench be in memory of all missing kids in that area. You know the reason for that is because of COVID. That's 1. 2, with switching back to the case you were talking about before that, that's interesting to hear that those kids didn't like those kids. And
Yeah.
You went back to something that you used to say this all the time, and I was like, I can't imagine. But who's to say that boy wasn't making them fight those kids?
Yeah.
You know, I would love mother came and got him and took him to Texas, wherever she is now. But that may not be the case. You know, when we think about it, these babies were abused from the beginning. Nobody thought they were important.
Right.
Their own, you know, you have to, don't just blame one part and ignore the other part. You gotta, all adults involved around these kids should take ownership of why these kids are now either missing or deceased. I've always wanted to believe that somebody came and took them. I've always wanted to believe that. That's just me. I didn't want to believe that they were deceased. I want to believe that someone else has them and they're living a wonderful life somewhere else.
Right.
I want to believe that. But I also believe these people should be held accountable for, if nothing else, the neglect that they showed to these kids. They should be held accountable for that, and they shouldn't be allowed to be around any kids.
Right. Exactly.
But, you know, the system is what it is. One more thing, and I'm gonna let you go. I don't know if I said hello to you. I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump in because I know you're tired. This man trying to pretend like, who gives somebody? If I give you memory, what am I giving you? Is that what I heard Miss Nancy say? They're trying to help him remember. What does that say? I can insert in your head what I want you to know.
Right.
So, what are we doing to help him with his memory? I'm sorry. That doesn't make sense to me.
No, that doesn't.
You can't. That's. What is it? I can't think. I'm helping you remember. So I'm gonna tell you what you should be remembering. Remember, he was playing. He was rambunctious. He was playing outside, and I can't give you stuff to remember. This man served in the military for 20 plus years. Let's stop acting like he's some little wimp. What to do?
Right.
Try to get around the whole system better than me, you, and everybody else.
And he's getting around the system too.
Got around real well.
Because he's not charged with Cody's missing or Cody's death or anything. He's only being charged for those other kids' neglect and abuse.
Exactly.
And if he even just do 5 years, and people think he's going to get a whole bunch of time, but you got to remember, he's done already did. How long he's been in there?
And they don't count the years like we do. They do months. They do 10 months. Because I've known enough people that.
Yeah, it's called good time. Yeah, for every year he gets so many days out for good time, and it adds up to about 10 months. They called it a year. So he's done did about 2 years now.
And before we know it, out on the street.
And he ain't did prison time. He only did county jail. So now he's going to the hospital, and they said 60 days, and then he go in there another 60 days. So that'll be 4 months that he done got a break from people doing stuff to him. Because
he didn't want to be in there.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be inside the prison, so he did what he was supposed to do. He played crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of these cases are just terrible. And
but
coming up now, it's just terrible.
By the time he goes to court, they'll let him out because he'll be done served time in a regular jail instead of going to prison because that baby still ain't found.
Nope.
And they ain't charged him with it. And ain't going to charge him with it.
Nope. Ain't got nothing to do with him being in jail now. He's in jail for neglect.
Yeah. They trying to tell him what to say, but they want him to shut his mouth and quit writing letters and stuff.
Well, that's how smart. See, he thinks he's so smart. See,
yeah,
he thinks he's smart.
Yep.
That's what the problem is. He thinks he's smart.
Yep.
So he thinks he can outsmart the system.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for letting me come on. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
All right, you too. You too.
And don't let some people at work bother you.
I'm not gonna let them bother me. You see, I'm going in early to get some more.
I know that's right. Have a good one now.
All right.
Everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, she said, should I have gotten 4 tickets? I did a super chat for 20. I didn't know you did a super chat for 20. Okay, Judy. Let me get you 4 more. I didn't know what it was. I thought I seen just 10, but Judy said she did a super chat for, yeah, you do. There you go, Judy. There's you 2 more tickets. Sorry about that, Judy. Hey, this is SP. Last call.
Hey, SP.
Hey, what's going on?
I just, we've got to make sure that these people are prosecuted for these children and their.
How we gonna do that?
Well, we've got to stand up and start making sure that the judges and the legislatures do their job.
Yeah.
I sent you an article this afternoon, and I don't know if you've seen it. Was a child that
yeah, I seen it.
Was at the Border Patrol,
Mm-hmm.
and how these kids even get separated from their parents is beyond me. But 8 years old, and they found 67 different DNA in her.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to stand up and fight for our kids. If we don't do nothing else, we have got to make it a harder punishment for crimes against children.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is the new world, and I'm gonna tell you what you just said is very alarming. I looked at it, I seen it, I read it for myself. The little girl was 8 years old, and when they checked her out, she had 67 different DNA, basically sperms, in her. That's 67 men that done raped this 8-year-old child.
Yeah. That's appalling to me, SP.
Phyllis, I gave Phyllis 4. I got Phyllis right. Yeah.
That's appalling to me, SP.
It is, but I mean, when these kids is at the border and the families, like the family want them to have a better life. This is why I tell people all the time. When they talking about that Shenette case and they're gonna extradite them back. I said, them people ain't gonna extradite nobody to Mexico. People are selling their kids to get them out of the state. They say, hey, it's better that 67 men sexually abuse my child than for them to live in Mexico. They just hope they survive it and can stay over here in America. Yeah, you think the Americans gonna go and take some Americans that they don't really? Here's the thing. Let me say this, and then we're gonna get off. But here's the thing. When we seen the video of Shenette being beat down, because it wasn't a fight. When we seen the video, here's the thing. Think about it like this. Usually kids these days, especially kids, they got these cars, like these nice cars, and they got these Mercedes, these BMWs, they got these, custom colors, yellow, canary yellow, orange, and things. Those are custom colors. And not everybody want a yellow canary Mercedes or whatever, BMW and stuff. But those are custom colors. Usually they come in earth tone colors like a gray, white, blue, burgundy, red. But yellow, pink, orange, those are custom colors. So that's a custom paint job on there. It could be factory, but I'm saying they don't make a whole bunch of them. So anyway, when you got kids that's driving in these Mercedes, they've got the phones. They're not going to have Androids, okay? I'm just going to tell you like TI is. They got the nails done. They got the Gucci bags. They've got iPhones. But that video was so blurry, you can't even see the person's face. You don't know who that is. So you're mad because the United States won't go over there. I mean, come over here and try these people. Let me tell you something. You looked at the video. I looked at the video. I don't know if that's Shenquella, and I don't know if that's Dejanay. I really just don't know. There was more people there. They ain't said everything. They ain't said nothing. So to get mad at the prosecutors and the attorney general because they didn't file charges, who you gonna file charges on? You can't even tell who that is.
Right, but who's upset about that? I mean, I know as a country, you know, it's very sad that they were unable to prosecute, but I was talking about the kids.
I'm talking about the kids. I'm you know, she's somebody's child. So I'm talking about the kids. I'm just saying, I'm saying what the reason why I brought it up is because this is how the new world is. That the things that's evil and the things that's happening, you literally, people are getting away with so much stuff. When the computers came out and these phones came out, which they didn't need all this stuff. Everybody's thinking, oh yeah, we take a video. You know, I mean, it has helped a lot, but now people are, it has hurt a lot because you got this evidence and now you want to see something happen because people don't believe it happened that way or something. And guess what? You're not going to see justice because we're in this new world order. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just sad.
And you got to protect yourself. Here's the thing.
You got grown men raping.
That ain't nothing new. They've been doing it.
You got grown men raping children that are supposed to be in U.S.'s custody, supposed to be in our care. Nobody knows how this happened. Everybody's turning a blind eye. And you got kids that we take away from their parents because there was an accident in the home, but then we put them with people that don't care 2 cents about them. That's a problem.
That is a problem. That's what happened. Here's the thing. When you have, it's going to get worse. And it's going to get worse. You don't have nobody's looking out for the kids. You don't have the parents looking out for the kids. You don't have the family looking out for the kids. They got alliance with grown folks. And so the kids are going to continue. You're going to see more kids and you're going to see more and more and more. And you know what? They did a sting in Chicago. I think they did a sting in Chicago over the weekend. And I can't even remember how many it was. I think it was like 32 men. It was no women. It was 32 men was caught soliciting, women and children.
What?
Yeah. All over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people thinking pimping, prostituting, and things of that. We're talking about older women. No, there were kids in there too. There was kids. But that young lady, and I'm thinking, if I remember it right, they said the mama was found dead and the daddy was found dead.
Little 8-year-old girl.
Yeah. And then the little girl, when they found the little girl, she couldn't even speak because she had hollered and screamed so much. She couldn't even speak. But they did the test on her to see what's going on. And they was like, there's 67 men's DNA up in this girl.
Yeah, I can't even imagine as an adult going through that, let alone an 8-year-old child. What are they even finding sexually attractive about an 8-year-old child?
They're not looking for attractive. They're looking for that getting themselves off. They don't care if it was a child, a dog, a boy, a girl, anything. They'll do it in a hole. You put the hole there, they'll screw the hole. They'll screw a balloon. They'll screw you. They don't care.
I hope they all burn
Well, they will. Well, eventually, in time. But you got to remember the Lord said that he actually Jesus is going to come back early. People's like, really? Yeah, you better read your Bible. He's got to come back early because even the elite could be deceived. So he's going to, that's how bad it's get. If he got elite people down here, he's saying he's got to come back just because it's going to be so bad. Think about it, that even the elite can because here's the thing. Think just like me when I'm at work, and I'm doing everything right. I mean, I look at it, and if I tell them something, they hollering and screaming at me. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying that the electric's out? Why you put it on the board? Because you needed to know. You needed to know in case this place catch on fire and we're all in here. You need to get, next time don't put it on the board. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, crap, I won't say nothing else.
Who told you don't put it on the board?
The administrator did. That's why I was so mad. I'm like, the popping and smoke coming, and the guy is in the chair. He can't even get in his bed. His bed is in a 45 degree, and they sitting there talking about why you put it on the board so you can see it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People want you to dummy down. Don't say nothing. If you say something, sooner or later they're gonna get rid of you. So I'm just counting my days. They ain't gonna have to worry about me, but I'm doing something right now. They ain't gonna have to worry about me. I'm just learning as much as I can go so I can take my stuff with me.
Right. I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting up out of there. And I'm going to tell you something that's really bad and it's sad and it's terrible, and I'm going to get off of here. It's 90% ran by Black people. That's what makes it terrible. It makes me sick.
And they're turning a blind eye to the abuse, to the shortcomings.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm gonna get out of there. I thought I could stay there for a while. That's why I was saying, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna get somewhere else.
Now, right?
As long as I can get somewhere and they won't make me work the weekends because I want to keep my other job. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't think I can do this too long because I see too much, and it's just a matter of time. Something's gonna happen.
I'm gonna keep praying for you, sis.
All right.
I'm gonna jump back in the chat. Thank you for letting me call.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem.
All right, you guys, this world is getting evil. And here's the thing, it's evil because the number one thing that should touch everybody's heart is these kids. And if it ain't touching your heart, then you're part of the world too. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do or how we can do it. It's just, the little stuff, when it comes to these little kids, you got to let little stuff go. Can't be sitting there. That's why I was trying to tell Nancy, like, leave all that little stuff alone. Quit getting on. You can't get on the same page with people. Like, yeah, you get mad, say what you want to say, and then just go the other direction. Because then they got you focused on the petty stuff, name calling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just focus on the baby. Just focus on the baby, But anyway. I'm going to get off of here, you guys. Thanks, everybody that supported the channel. And that was Judy. I got you. I got 4 for you, Judy. I got 4 for you, Phyllis. I got Come Holler at a Sister. I got 2 for you. Sugar Mama, I got 2 for you. And then Soldier Girl, I got 2 for you. I thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. We're going to have a Christmas in July coming up. You guys can go ahead and get ready because it's coming. I'll see you guys Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Bye.
share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And
My
we won't stop.
beginning will
We
be
will
as bright
not
as the
stop.
sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's
There's a kid
telling
in
me
the photo.
this
Kid,
time.
look at
Baby,
this.
baby, now
See this?
go.
How you cannot go,
Baby,
kid?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you.